Hey guys, so I was setting up to prepare dinner and I decided to check up on it. I already changed the water a couple of times, and you usually don't need it, but since it had a little bit of mold, I am a bit on the cautious side, and so this is going to be the third time I change the water. And as you can see, it has swollen quite a bit. As expected, nothing really happened yet. Oh, wait. I guess there's a bit of white showing here. See here? So I guess the root is already emerging. I actually didn't expect anything to have happened, but yeah, the root is already starting to emerge. And this, I think, only 8 hours have passed or something like that. So it's quite neat to look at this. So I'm going to come back with after changing the water, and you see there isn't as much mold as there used to be, which is good. It was my purpose. And see how meaty it's starting to get. You see the color is changing quite a lot, and I think this is good news. It's reacting well, it's hydrating, and so it still looks like a rock, but it's gotten to about twice the size, probably a little more. And so I'm going to not wash this because I'm afraid to touch it and tear it apart, but at least I'm going to change the water one more time. I think tomorrow I won't need to change the water as much, just because it doesn't have as much mold as it used to be, but it's hot, and so I probably should keep on changing the water. Probably not as much because we don't know what chlorine may do to it. I should use water from the well, but to be honest, I think this will do. And you have to remember that mangoes are from a tropical area, so you will need to be keeping it moist even when you transplant it to a bucket or a vase or whatever. It's a plant that likes moisture, so you need to keep constantly watered. It's not like the plants you typically see in our latitude, so you want to keep it well hydrated. So I'm going to change the water and I'll come back. There, the water is clean now, and I'm a bit afraid that it's not going to be viable, but now you can see better how much it got, swollen. I'm quite afraid because I think this area here, I touched it and it feels a little rotten, but only time will tell. And the white part was actually because it's peeling off a bit more than it was. So the skin is coming off a bit, which may be a good sign, but considering this was exposed to humidity, I'm not sure whether it will germinate or not. And I'm still a bit apprehensive, but I think it may work because the the scariest part was if it wasn't going to hydrate with water, and it's hydrating, which means that at least part of it is not rotten, um, and the mold hasn't gotten to it too much. But there's a area here that feels quite soft, so I'm a bit apprehensive about it, and I don't want to touch it too much because obviously I don't want to compromise the plant. But yeah, that's it. So it's actually more than twice its size. When I first held it in the water, put it in the water, and it's growing steadily. And let's just see. There's still some mold in it, but I think if I change the water a couple more times, we'll be able to completely get rid of it. And after we're rid of the mold, I think we can safely seed the plant uh, in a vase or a bucket or whatever. I actually feel we should seed it immediately in a bucket because it will actually prevent it from being transplanted too much times. And so yeah, there seems to be here, like here, you see the lighter colors. There seems to be the inside is starting to show. So let's hope it's a good sign because this seed endured quite a lot of winter harshness, and it's more than 1 year old, and usually seeds are viable for up to 4 years, but humidity may have compromised it. Well, if it's compromised, I'll try with another seed. Bye.